So we are here today for our Big Go Red campaign. Thank you so much to the American Heart Association for being a part of this and doing what you do for women every day. It's our job to get the word out there and to help the community out. Today we've had every single person that's come to Monaco get a big transformation. They all went red. So we also have another person that was here today who has heart disease, and she's gone blonde, and we're going to put a lot of red extensions in her hair, and she's going to tell her story.
Well, I can say when I first started with Dee Dee, I had very, very short hair, and she's the first person who's ever gotten it to grow.
Yeah.
What's the trick to that?
Well, we added extensions.
Proprietary.
And then when she got her length and fullness that she wanted, we took the extensions out. Yeah. What's that? But yeah, we did two. Would you do 2 packs or 1 pack?
We did 2 packs.
2 packs of extension, our seamless hair, which is our tape-in method. And as soon as she got her fullness and her thickness back that she wanted, we took them out, and now long, luscious hair. Well, I mean, as far as the length, it's the length she wants.
Today we're going to go through, we're going to use the PM Shines on your hair. What's good about PM Shines, it's a semi-permanent color. That way if you don't want to have that professional relationship with permanent color, it's going to fade for you in about 10 to 12 weeks, so that way you don't have to commit to it. So when you come back in, you can choose to do it more permanent, or you can keep it the way it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a very dark 3RV, which is a red violet. We're going to do it all over. It's going to be your base. The processing time for PM Shines is only 20 minutes, so it's not going to take long. The rest of your hair, I'm going to take dual-purpose lightener. I'm going to apply it to my comb, and I'm just going to comb it through your ends. We call this something called shoe shining. So what that's going to do is it's just going to add a little bit of light color just right on the surface, because what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to go in through with my red Pop XG by Paul Mitchell, and I'm going to put that all over the surface, and that's going to give you that nice pop, that nice red, everything that you want to see.
First-time color guest. She has this beautiful long blonde hair. We just want to take it to a nice cooler blonde using a hand painting technique, balayage as it's well known as. And we're just using dual-purpose lightener, but we kind of have a thicker mix because I need it to really adhere to the hair because we're just hand painting it. And we're just going to blonde her up a little, and then she's going to go visit Krista, and she's going to get some red extension pieces in her hair to celebrate with our charity that we're doing this month.
My uncle passed away from a heart condition before I was born, and as I grew up, we just kind of didn't know anything about it. And then when I was 12, I was diagnosed with a heart condition, and I was pulled from all sports, which was kind of hard as a middle schooler because I was super involved, but it just encouraged me to focus on what my other abilities were. And I was able to just get super involved in music and pick up guitar and ukulele and just take music lessons and vocal lessons and everything I could with what I was able to. And so I've just been focusing on that. And this past summer, I got an ICD put in. So having heart surgery at 16 was a pretty big leap of faith. Yeah. But through that, I've just been able to thrive. And I actually in May, I got to play the lead in our high school play, which was High School Musical. So.
Where did you get the surgery done?
St. Joseph's Hospital, Children's Hospital.
Really? Right here?
Yeah, right in Tampa.
Oh,
yeah.
How long were you in there for?
Overnight. They released me the next day, yeah. They kept me one night and released me the next day, and the recovery was only about 4 or 5 weeks. But yeah, so now I have an ICD put in, which basically the only thing I can't do is run constantly and ride roller coasters and play competitive sports. But well, my surgery was June 7th, and I went to a concert July 15th. And I was 8th row, and I was fine.
Who'd you go see?
Shawn Mendes, my favorite artist.
There you go.
Every 11 years, I have to get it replaced. But other than that, it's nothing much. And it's a defibrillator and a pacemaker. So basically there's, a funny story, I'm left-handed, so they couldn't put it up here for recovery. So they put it on this side, they put it on my right side, but the wires just goes down into my heart and into my arm. So for recovery, they wanted me to have my regular or writing hand open for me to be able to use more. So my right hand was the one that was difficult for recovery. But yeah, so they can really do anything.
Krista for 10 years or more. I'm a distributor sales consultant for Cosmoprop. My favorite brand that I represent is Paul Mitchell, and that's why we have a great relationship.
Fantastic. How often are you here?
About 3 times a week.
Yes, a lot.
3 times a week?
Often, stopping in and out, but more importantly, at least once a week for inventory, meetings, organizing, education, doing whatever she asks me to as a liaison for Paul Mitchell.
She does a really good job of always popping in, saying hello. Do you need anything? She pops her head back there. I'm like, we're good. But she's always checking on us, which is why we love Lisa. But she keeps us going with our education, new products, bringing in people in the area, the Paul Mitchell world. They'll come and she'll make sure that they pass by Monaco. So we appreciate Lisa for that. She's always keeping us in mind to make sure that those people are coming here to visit. Also, any kind of educational things that we have coming up in our schools or outside of our schools, she makes sure that she makes us aware and gives us tickets to kind of get us involved. So she keeps really good eye on us and takes really good care of us.
Well, it's a never-ending, wonderful cycle.
Okay.
Paul Mitchell, as a matter of fact, just this week has introduced lots of new color, lots of new tools for these people to take advantage of. Monaco carries the entire full brand of Paul Mitchell, including all the color pieces and parts. Really intense, and we're just so happy to be a partner with Krista and Jesus and their team. We're just thrilled. They have a beautiful color bar if you haven't already taken a picture of it. I'm sure you've seen it. I think speaking about today, as we are talking about partnering with the Heart Association, as I look at like Krista and her husband and their team, they chose Paul Mitchell because the cornerstone of Paul Mitchell is giving back and making a difference.
I think being able to have a salon where you're able to do these things is one of the most things that inspires me in having a salon. I think if you are blessed to have opportunities to bless other people, I think it's kind of like your duty, like you need to. When you have something and you have the capability to give back, it needs to be done. And again, like Lisa said, Paul Mitchell is very, very big on giving back. Anytime that they have any kind of education or any kind of big shows, that's what they talk about, that's what they preach. And we are a Paul Mitchell focused salon, and that's the same. We're in agreement and we're in alignment, and we enjoy it.
Now I'm just round brushing her hair. She wants to leave with lots of volume, and so we'll curl it and I'll create volume by backcombing. So this color that you see on her right now is a combination from the Pop XG line, and it is Bordeaux mixed with hot pink. So we created this magenta color. Super vibrant, really fun for the summer, even though it's spring. We have summer year round here in Florida.
And no more gray.
No more gray. See, it's called Gray Be Gone.
So what we did with him, he has a little bit of a bump right here, so that's the reason why I shaved him down the sides and left this here. When you're working with clippers, you definitely don't want to shave too short, where you may see the head structure may change a little bit, because then you're going to see it as soon as you take it off the clipper. It's going to like a nice bald spot there. So that's why I keep it long in the spots where I need to go with this head shape. So now I'm just going through and I'm connecting my corners to my back. As you can see, this is really short. This gets a little bit longer, so I want to make sure that that little bit of hair I have left in the corners is what I'm thinning off right now. It doesn't seem like much, but over time, what's going to happen is that corner will stick out and he'll get a big weight line from it. So after I'm done with this, we're going to go through. We're not taking too much length off top because he wants to have some flexible style with it. And as you can see, there's the red up there that we just put in. So we want to keep that going pretty much. So I'm just going to do a little bit of texturizing, and then we're going to dust just a little bit. You can see there's a little bit of texture, a little bit of curl, which is easier to style and put the hair up with. So that's going to be working to our advantage. So up here, just going through texturizing. I'm going to go through, finish his edges. I'm going to blow them out just a little bit more. I'm still going to trim up the face hair a little bit. And then you should be good to go.
So what we did on Carly's hair today, we took her virgin color story and we went and we added a blonde balayage or a hand painting. We took her with dual purpose lightener from Paul Mitchell. I did a thick heavy mix. I did 20 volume in the front and I went with 30 volume in the back, and I just made a nice blend. I went and toned her with our Paul Mitchell PM Shines, and it just gave her that added nice natural kind of sun-kissed balayage look. Then we went ahead and gave her a haircut. I gave her concave layers, we removed all the weight from the middle, so that way when she curls her hair, there's more bounce and there's more volume. Then we went ahead and did her finish, and then we passed her off to Krista, and Krista did the fun part of our campaign this month.
So we did our seamless hair extensions for our Go Red campaign. It's a tape-in method. It's not the strand-by-strand method, so it's going to be reusable hair, and it's going to last her 6 to 8 weeks. We went ahead and put them all throughout the tops into her layers, so they would show really, really good whenever we went to curl it.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you to the American Heart Association for everything you've done for me personally and for the community, and thank you for Monaco Salon partnering with them.
So first I did the color balancing, and I used Syncrolift and 20 volume. Then I blow dried hair, and I use Color XP, which it has cottonseed oil and it has rice milk to give this shine. And I use a darker color over here to get like organic look, and then more lighter on the bottom.
Thank you to the American Heart Association. No matter what shade of red, red is where it's at. And thank you to Monaco Salon and my favorite Dee Dee. She rocks. I came in looking like straw and I'm leaving looking like fire.
Thank you very much, American Heart Association, for hooking this up, and Monaco Salon and Damaris Vasquez to make me look beautiful. Thank you. Go Red for Women.
Go Red for Women.
Go Red for Women. Go Red for Women.
Go Red for Women!
So no, you're gonna say thank you to American Heart Association.
Oh, I'm not going to say that
For
because I'm
everything that
going
you
to
guys-
stutter.
I don't know.
I'll say the Go Red.
I'll say go
Okay.
red.
No, you're going to talk.
I can't talk. I really can't.
Guys, I can't. I was not prepared for this. Say go, Dee Dee. Go Red.
Go red.
No.
No, Bryce, I'm going to say thank you.
Thank you to the American Heart Association.
Thank you to the American Heart Association. So,
Go Red for Women.
Thank
Go
you
Red
to
for
our- thank you to our
Women for
guests.
Women. Thank you to all our guests at Monaco Salon.
Thank you.
Rubbing my hands.